Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Planescape Torment. Alright, let's head into the Kingdom of the Dead and see if we can successfully defeat them this time. Not entirely confident that that will happen, but that'll work out for us. Stop. Thou have come too far, traveler, and trespassed into the dead nations. Realm of the Silent King, wilt thou submit peacefully? Submit to what? 'Tis the will of the Silent King that all who pass the gates into our nation become prisoners of his lands. Wilt thou submit? Actually, let's try this. Very well, I will submit. Come then, we shall show thee to the chapel. Know this, thou shalt be free to wander these halls, but not to leave the catacombs. Thou shalt be a prisoner here until thy death. Should thou later arise as we have, thou shalt be free. Praise the Silent King, his will be done.
Updated my journal.
Yeah, I think this is what we're supposed to do. Another member of the living. Most are slain by the ghouls this far into the catacombs. You are fortunate. You're Sogo, from the Mortuary. What are you doing here? Your memory serves you well. I am no longer stationed in the mortuary. Instead, I have become a missionary in these parts. Missionary? Yes, I came to these catacombs after hearing rumors of undead that were aware in these parts. I hope to save them. Save them? Yes, passion ties them to this false life. I hope I can teach them to forsake these passions and leave this false life behind to reach for the true death. Oh. You want them to die? I wish them to transcend this plane of existence, divorce themselves from passion. I can save them. Where am I? You're in the catacombs of the dead nations. The guards brought you here. Why have I been made a prisoner here? I do not know. Ask some of the citizens here. And who were you? Yeah, okay. Greetings and farewell. A moment of your time before you go. Do not attack any of the undead here in the catacombs. They will not harm you so long as you remain peaceful. Should you prove hostile, they will defend themselves, and there are many of them. Lastly, you may return here if you need to rest. Wait, we can rest now?
Updated my journal.
Of course, you shall be safe in this chamber while you rest. Thanks. Alright, well, I did want to rest, so... You're rested for 8 hours.
Alright.
Let's go see what this is. This metal slab is apparently used as a bed. There looks to be a portion of its side that can be pried open. Let's pry it open, look inside. You're not going to be able to pry into Sogo's things while he's around. You'll need to find some way to distract or lure him away from the area if you want to get in there. Alright. A small brazier barely gives off light, much less heat. Well, let's see what's inside these barrels. Hey, bandages. I'll take bandages. Nothing there.
Failed. Opened.
That was awesome. Let's see. Battle axe of quality. Battle axe, battle axe.
Forced it.
More junk.
Failed. I cannot force this. I cannot force this. Opened.
There we go. Ooh, 500. 500 coins. That's pretty good. What is your weight limit? 170. Wow. You hold that. You hold that. And you hold that. And more. You got the junk in the trunk, so, that's the wrong thing to click on. The iron pew looks exceptionally uncomfortable. The pulpit is made of old wood, slowly falling apart in the damp air of the catacombs. Scroll of Bloodbridge. Allows user to cast Blood Bridge. A bizarre compact of the healer's heart and the merchant's mind. This necromantic spell transforms your very body into a marketplace. It barters life and death. Your life essence can be given to others at a cost to yourself. When cast, the mage can select any living, non-undead target within touch range and drain life from himself, 2 hit points plus 1 hit point per level of the caster, and give it to the target. Interesting. So that's not a door. There's Hargrim the Black. We will talk to them later after we, you know, loot the stuff. I don't get the ghouls not attacking us, though, I'll be honest.
Failed. Opened.
Opened.
Some bone charms.
Failed. Opened.
I'm gonna guess that that is a bone dagger. The hell was that sound? Don't you be making weird sounds at me. Alright. Puzzled skeleton? What are you puzzled about? The skeleton is muttering to itself, occasionally pausing to scratch its skull. It is old enough so that no meat is left on its bone, only a few colored rags. Hello! It nods a greeting in return, but does not reply. I had some questions. Skeleton looks up at you and grunts in frustration. Not now, forgive me, but I have the most horrid riddle in my mind and can't puzzle it out. What's the riddle? It seems surprised. Oh, going to give it a try, art thou? Yeah, go ahead. Very well. This is from a chortling buffoon of a bone bag thou may well find nearby. It refuses to give me the answer, and it's killing me. Go on, then. It nods. Think of words which end in "gree." Angry and hungry are 2 of them. There are but 3 words in the common tongue. What is the 3rd word? The word is something that one uses every day. If thou hast listened carefully, I have already told you what it is. I'm bad at these sorts of riddles. It's, Stumped as well, eh? Let me know if thou dost find the answer. The best of luck should thou try to get it from the chattering fool which gave it to me. Okay.
Failed. Opened.
Wooden club. Yeah, I don't care about that.
Forced it.
Opened.
Ooh, I like those. Forgot my name. Not gonna take the rags.
Forced it. Opened.
Opened.
Ooh, that is a lot of cash. Charcoal charm. Some junk. Nothing else there. Just some rusty daggers. I guess we're not going that way. I guess we can talk to this doubtful skeleton. There's no meat left on the bones of this ancient animated corpse, only a few colored rags, which seem to serve more as decoration than clothing. It is staring at the floor, shaking its head and tapping its chin thoughtfully. Greetings! I said greetings. It looks up and seeing you, sighs with a small puff of dust. I have much on my mind and would prefer to be left alone. Is there something I could help you with? No, I have a difficult decision to make, 'tis all. Well, what decision is that?
My journal.
To continue my life here, or to die. To finally pass into the true death I have been told of. True death? A complete absence of passion. The true death is the true life beyond the shadow of existence. It is said that we must reach this place to free ourselves. I'll leave you to your thoughts. Farewell. I don't know what I want to do yet. This iron trapdoor is rusted shut. There's no way to open it. Stale Mary. This musty-smelling female zombie looks exceptionally old, almost mummified. Her skin has the appearance of moldering gray-green leather, and one of her eyes has fallen out, leaving a dark pit in her face. Her voice is slow and thick. Greetings. Greetings. She indicates herself and speaks again. Stale Mary. Sounds as if her vocal cords are festering away in some soupy mess at the base of her throat. Well, why does she need vocal cords? The skeletons don't. Stale Mary, I had some questions. She nods her head, waiting your question. How is it that you speak to these other zombies? I cannot understand them as I can you. The corpse takes a step towards you, reaching her arm out to touch you. Let her touch you. Her nearly fleshless hand brushes gently against your forearm, and she speaks. Listen. How did you do that? She touches you once more. Speak to us you can, but you must do it properly. Can you teach me? Please do it then.
My journal.
Says yes. Oh, wow, that is a lot. She finishes teaching you the skills required to speak to the dead, a process she calls Stories Bones Tell. Can I talk to any dead body? Some. Others too dead. Others too dead. Must use skill. Thanks. I had some questions. Why have I been made a prisoner? Ask Harrim. Tell me about Harrim. Harrim, Skeleton's leader, gives us the word of the Silent King. Concerned. Worried. Why is he concerned? Sogo. Accost. Why is he worried about Sogo? Sogo preaches death. Preaches death? Wants us to die. Why does he want you to die?
Updated my journal.
He Dustman. Why is Harrim worried about Accost? Accost, anger. Anger? Accost want to kill everyone. Why does he want to kill everyone? Oh, she. Hungry, angry. Tell me of someone else. Tell me about yourself. Stale Mary, what do you do here? Guide other zombies. Care for quiet ones. Tell me about the other zombies. Do work of Silent King. What sort of work? Rebuild that which has been broken. Care for the true dead. Tell me about the Silent King. What can you tell me of him? Silent King. What do you know of him? Silent King. Never mind. Tell me of someone else. Never mind, I had some other questions. Where am I? Halls of the Silent King. I had some other questions. Why have I been made a prisoner here? Ask Harrim. Who inhabits this place? Zombies, skeletons, ghouls, rats. Tell me about the zombies. Do work of Silent King. Who else inhabits this place? Skeletons. Harrim, their leader, gives us the word of the Silent King. Skeletons guide us in our work. Tell me about the ghouls. Hungry, always hungry. Oh, yeah. And rats? Gone. Ghouls chase away. I had some other questions. Let me ask you of someone in particular. Nope. Have you seen a small bronze sphere anywhere here? No, sorry. Alright, that's all I wish to know. Farewell. Alright, so can we talk to a zombie? Greetings. Zombie moans softly in reply. Only your skills in conversing with the dead allow you to understand it. I had some questions. Have you seen a small brown sphere anywhere here? No. Okay. Starkened Crush is only a few feet deep and smells of decaying flesh. Same thing, same thing. Alright. I don't think that any of the zombies will have anything to say in particular. Riddling skeleton. The skeleton is shaking its head and giggling to itself. It guffaws and snorts occasionally, biting down on its bony hand to stop itself. It is old enough so that no meat is left on its bones, only a few colored rags. Hello? Greetings, yes, it sniggers, puffs of dust flying forth with each breath. I understand you've got a difficult riddle. It nods, giggling. Dost thou want to hear it? Yes. Ahem. Now, think of words which end in "gree." Angry and hungry are two of them. There are but 3 words in the common tongue. What is the third word? The word is something that one uses every day. If thou hast listened carefully, I have already told thee what it is. Yeah, I'll think about it. Farewell. Even if I knew what it was, I can't tell him until I've heard it somewhere or figured it out. The rot stink of this ancient-looking ghoul woman is nauseating. Even from a distance, her gray-green skin is infested with tomb rot and festering sores, and her fingers, each capped by a long curved talon, are covered in dried blood and filth. Her hair, thick with scuttling insects and worms, hangs to her knees. It hides nearly all her face in shadow, save for a fanged feral grin and a lolling gray tongue. Greetings. What have we here? Some pretty meat. Aye, a little tough gristle. Sharpen my teeth on your bone and grow fat on your marrow. You must be accursed. I don't have to be anything to you, meat and bones. You watch your tone with me, or no one will find ye in one piece again. I had some questions. Who are ye to come before me like a feast? Answer, accursed. I have no name. Then neither does accursed. I call ye Blooded One. Pray ye still have a name and a will before I tear you apart. Blooded One? Meat people to eat. Her yellow eyes peer intently at you through ragged white hair. Ye. I had other questions. Why have I been made a prisoner? Because we didn't catch you in the dark halls where ye'd have been a meal to us. She shakes her head, snarling. Damn the Silent King, damn his old bones. Meat caught here by the others stays here until it joins the others. Tell me about the Silent King. Unseen king, not silent. He say, we do. Marrow-stuffed bones and herd of dead flesh obey him. No question. Accost not see, accost only hear. One day I shall meet this one. Meet this one. Yes, accost strong and silent one week. We shall see who will master, yes. Who else inhabits this place? Many wander these halls, yes, marrow-filled bones, herd of dead flesh, we, the blighted ones, all ruled by the Silent King. She spits in disgust, who tells us what to do, what not to do, also the little tasties blooded rats. Cost rubs her clawed hands together greedily. Tell me of your own kind. We are the blighted ones, yes, Accost and her lovely ghouls, her children, always hungry. What are you doing here? We fight, win, and feed. Blooded ones such as ye become our food in the end. Ravenous hungers we have. Burn the stomach, never full. We hunger all the time. And here ye are. Hurry up and die and be still. Blooded ones? I had other questions. Who inhabits this place? Tell me about the herd of dead flesh. Make noises like blooded cattle and stink of rotten, sweet, stale juice. Accost licks her lips, sucking spittle between her teeth. She frowns and raises her arms and starts shambling about. Go, most times, stumbles, shamble, and work. Stupid food, stupid half-brain meat being. Tell me about the bones. The bones, the skeletons, weak, tired, too many centuries, too brittle. She snatches a bone off the floor, snapping it for emphasis. Weak. Dead don't fear, but the bones do. Afraid to die and be fed upon by Accost and blighted ones. Afraid to die? We dead now. Fear is something blooded ones stink of, not dead ones. Blooded rats? Go squeak, squeak, run into dark, small tunnels when chased. Hard to catch, snacks hard to get. Warm flesh, easy crunching teeth. Many of them elsewhere. We go kill them and we eat them all. Hunger go away with so many in belly. Always watching us with red, juicy eyes and dark, want to eat them. Have you seen a small bronze sphere anywhere here? Acosta shakes her head, lice dropping from her long white hair as it sways about. Acosta opens many coffins, many tombs, never seen such a thing. Okay. Alright, never mind, farewell. Maybe we'll be able to do something with you, maybe not. Knifed ghoul. This ghoul's face is a great gash across it, and one of his eyes has been destroyed entirely. Despite the relative freshness of the wound, it seems to cause the foul-smelling creature no pain or discomfort. You notice a grimy knife tucked into its waistband. The letters Uhir are carved into its handle. Could I have that knife you've got tucked into your belt? The ghoul looks down at the knife, scratches its head as if wondering how it got there. Finally, it looks up and gives you a sly, toothy grin. Meat want a knife? Meat make trade, yes. I could give you copper. The ghoul shakes his head, then points at his mouth. No, food, meat, yes. His long gray tongue lolls out as it slavers messily. I'll be back if I find you something to eat.
Updated my journal.
I probably should have kept my guts with me, shouldn't I have? I bet that's what I need. I'm not sure how I get out of here now. Store is locked. Okay. I mean, I could probably kill him to get it, but... This is an iron-hinged lid that opens into a small coffin area. Royal Guard, hello! This massive skeleton, far larger than an ordinary human, wears ornate bronze armor engraved with elaborate symbols. As you approach, it looks down at you briefly, then away again. Hello! Greetings, living. The thing's voice booms. I stand here as a royal guard of his lord and majesty, the Silent King. I must ask that you do not distract me from my task with questions. Could you at least tell me who you are or were? I am in death as I was in life, one of the 99 sons of the Western Mountains, fathered when the member of Amahar was severed and cast down upon the face of Ithir. Honor-bound to defend our queen, we were lost to this world when ours, and our lady with it, was destroyed by an angry godling, a brother to Amahar. Many of our number roam the plains, but some, like myself, chose to remain in Sigil. When I passed away, I was interred here, and later woke in the state you find me in now. I then chose a new master, the Silent King, to defend. I see. Farewell. Alright, well, I don't think we've looked at that yet. Nothing there. There's a skeleton merchant. What do you have? Yeah, show me. You see a skeleton bouncing from the ball of one foot to another. Air whistles from between its teeth. It looks very, very bored. At your approach, its demeanor changes entirely. Welcome, welcome. I've got a host of items for your perusal, fresh from the latest Burks who've been trying to loot the quiet ones. Would you like to see them? Sure. See bandages, needle and thread, jagged knife, high-quality stiletto, poor-quality sledgehammer, antler axe, green steel dagger, hammer of quality, battle axe of quality, bone dagger, spiked knuckles, 1 to 6. It's enchanted +1. Enchanted punch daggers. Nope, mine are better. I can get charms of infinite recall, bone charms, dirty rat charms, cranium rat charms, clot charms, but you know what? Oh, you can get a lot of blood charms from them. Corpse fly charm. Very tempted. Adder's Tear. Casts Adder's Kiss. Scroll of Bloodbridge, Scroll of Ice Knife, Scroll of Elysium's Tears. The skies of the upper plains shed tears when evil is done. These tears can burn even the most armored of foes. The caster chooses any single target within range, then a stream of small meteors rain down and strike the target and surrounding area. 1 meteor for each level of experience, up to a maximum of 10. Each missile that it hits inflicts 1 to 2 points of blunt damage and 1 to 4 points of fire damage. Anyone within 3 feet of the target takes 1 point of fire damage as well. I'm going to buy that. I already have Ice Knife. I already have Blood Bridge. I'm tempted by some of these other things. Do I have anything that I want to sell? Yeah, I'll sell those.
Forced it.
Rags and a whole bunch of skulls. Why those were locked up, I do not know. This rotting female corpse is shaking her head and moaning sadly. As you approach, however, she turns and holds her hands out to you as if asking for aid. Hello? The zombie moans softly in reply. Only your skills in conversing with the dead allow you to understand her. Name? My name? No, is that why you're so distressed? Forgot my name. My name. Her milky eyes well with a black, roomy substance. The corpse's only tears. Can I help you find your name again? The corpse nods slowly. My tomb. She points southwards. Watery catacombs. But how will I know it?
Updated my journal.
Chest, spiked chest, bolted down near my tomb. Why is it so important to you? She holds up her decaying hands for you to examine. Even as you do so, a fingernail drops off, hitting the tiles with a soft click. Rotting away soon, nothing left, nothing but bones and a name. I have no name myself. I'm certain you can get by without as well. How can you feel whole? Perhaps you're right, but I think it's more than my name I'm missing. The zombie simply shakes her head quietly. Why don't you just choose a new name? She stands there watching you silently. Did you understand? You can choose a new name. She shakes her head, backing away as if frightened. But no. Can't you see how you've changed? Would your true name fit you any longer? She pauses, putting her hands to her cheeks. The corpse bites her lower lip. You see, you can let your old name go now. Become something new. But who? What name? She appears confused. Anything you like. Anything. She stands quietly for a time, staring at the floor. Suddenly, she raises her head. You name me? Think of a name for her.
Updated my journal.
Wow, 5,000 experience points. You think of a name, but before you can speak it, the zombie hushes you, drawing close and cupping her hand over her ear. You whisper the name to her. The corpse nods and smiles. Yes, thank you. Of course, I still had some questions. Tell me about Stale Mary. She leads us, watches us. Okay. Well, we haven't talked to Harrim yet, so let's go ahead and do that. And it is just about time to end the episode, so we'll talk to him and then call it an episode, I think. The skeleton wears what appears to be ancient priest's robes, heavy and ornate. It carries a large, impressive stave. It should be staff, I think. Which is capped with intricately carved horns, dangling pendants, and a gilded skull. Greetings! The skeleton, its eyes aglow like two burning embers, looks you over, but makes no reply. Are you Harrim? It nods solemnly, the pendant suspended from its staff tinkling softly. There is something disquieting about its silent, piercing gaze. I had some questions. Have you seen a small bronze sphere anywhere here? It shakes its head. I have seen no such thing. Why dost thou seek this object? For a man named Farad. The skeleton draws back. It looks up and away as if peering at the surface. Blood still beats in his black worm-ridden heart. That wheezing sack of flesh still sends us back into our homes to raid and pillage. It faces you once more. Thou were wrong to come here. We tolerate no such desecrators within our borders. But I'm not of his pack. Why then are you here invading our homes on a fetch and carry for that miserable soul? I'm finding the sphere for him in return for information I need. There is no other loyalty between us. It looks you over carefully, tapping its chin with a bony finger. Click, click, click. Thou do not seem the sort to follow such a man. Perhaps you speak the truth. Perhaps your presence here is tolerable. Good. I had other questions. Let me ask you of someone in particular. Tell me about Stale Mary. She is the most intelligent of what we call the rotting herd, those zombies which populate the dead nations. Unlike many of us, her heart did not depart at the moment of death. That is as much as can be said. Tell me of the rotting herd. They serve the Silent King and the dead nations as laborers. They work beneath the guidance of Stale Mary, the most intelligent and wisest among them. Who else inhabits this place? Tell me of your kind. We, the skeletons, other undead, zombies, and ghouls. There were once shadows, but they have long since fled. Sometimes one living spends the last of its days here. Also far to the east live many cranium rats. Tell me of your kind. We tend to the quiet ones, the true dead, and obey the word of the Silent King. Our work here has gone on for centuries. Tell me of the other undead. Who? The ghouls. I do not trust them or their matriarch, Accost. They watch us with hungry eyes. They would doubtless devour us all if our numbers and the word of the Silent King were not a shield against them. It pauses as if thinking. Go on.
Updated my journal.
They are forever ravenous without us holding them in check. They would run rampant in the buried village, and the warrens of the cranium rats, killing all, then return to devour all that is here. Tell me about Accost. She is matriarch of the ghoul pack and has come to our halls. She is strong and extremely cunning. Tell me about Sogo. He tries to convince us to give up this pretense of life, as he calls it, and pass into the true death. He claims that it is our passions that anchor us to this life, and we must let go of them and our duty. He wants us to die.
Updated my journal.
Some listen to his words, but none have chosen to surrender themselves to his beliefs. Those that did would be forever silenced. Our numbers would dwindle, and all that we have here would be destroyed by what surrounds us. Sogo may believe he is doing right, but is, in truth, causing great harm. Why do you allow him to stay? We cannot force him to leave. He knows he cannot harm him. He knows we cannot harm him. The dead truce. No undead may injure a dustman unless first attacked. Also, the Silent King wishes no slaughter in his halls. Tell me of the Silent King, our lord and vision, he who makes the law and protects us. Thou wouldst do well to start no trouble here, stranger, for the Silent King's eye is everywhere and his justice swift. Why is he called the Silent King? He speaks no more than necessary to guide us. Praise to the Silent King. May I speak with him? He holds up a bony palm. With a creaking groan and a puff of dust, its jaws open to speak. No. Its voice, deep and resonant, echoes for a long while in the vaulted chamber. But why not? Its voice booms throughout the chamber. No living creature may pass the doors that lead to his throne room, nor would I allow thee an audience, even if such a thing were possible. Thou shalt not see him. Let's go for it. Let's bluff. Let me see him, or I'll shatter the lot of you into dusty shards. Its voice booms through the chamber. Thou shalt do nothing of the sort. Dust falls from the ceiling, and your ears buzz from the sound. Even as you recover, a nimbus of power begins to form around it. It makes no move to attack, however. Well, you know what? I'm going to be reloading and going through all this again with after getting my guts, so let's go attack him. Trying to curse me. Rude.
Damn.
The clock sings true.
Damn.
Did you see that? In knowing the teachings of Zerthamon, I have become stronger.
Dead Nation's Key. That is a lot of damage there. Copper Commons. Hargrim's Skull. Nothing remarkable about it, really. Without the headdress, it looks like just another skull.
Damn it.
I'm hurt.
Well, it seems like we could fairly easily take these things. I don't know why the Nameless Zombie isn't attacking, but... Alright, well, we're going to be reloading. I'm not going to do it that way. We may do something else to try to figure things out. But that will be next time, after I get my guts. See you next time, everyone.